Alright, you guys, so it's time to review Fairy Tail Final Season Episode 24. And guys, I have to say, this episode was actually, this is my pretty much basic review of it because this episode was, flat out fantastic in my opinion. And, that's my basic review, guys. I mean, this is probably the best fairy tale episode that I have ever seen. And to give everybody just a very quick basic rundown of what happened, basically Leon and Gray are basically struggling to fight against the recreated memory of their ice maker master teacher, or who is who obviously died during the original battle with the demon Deliora, and everyone would think that it would be Gray that would be having a hard time seeing his master sort of recreated right in front of him, but it's actually Leon that says we're no match for Or's power, and it's actually Gray that snaps Leon out of it and says, "Dude, that's not Or anymore. That person standing in front of us is just a memory. It's not our master. I should know. Or died because of me, and you should know that." And then Leon basically says, "Gray, you always had to walk a much tougher path than I did." And then Gray basically says to Leon, I chose to walk those hard paths because it was the only way I could keep moving forward, not only as a wizard, but as a person as well." And that's when Gray basically convinces Leon to basically take the first step on his own long and hard path moving forward, and they both manage to take down Or. Meanwhile, we cut to Wendy, Julia, and somebody else, Mandy or somebody that I can't name, dealing with that one crazy member of the Arashion Sace, who can basically make black flames come out of him, and it's actually Julia and this other girl that basically deal with him, and what Wendy is basically for a minute powerless because one of her legs is badly injured. And then we cut to Roxas dealing with Master Brit, aka also known as Hades, and he basically tells him, your era is long over, old man. Now go back to hell where you belong." And basically, guys, the real touching moment of this episode is when Urza is also badly injured by another member of the Arashion Sace, and she basically has the muscle man of her group, the guy that could make tree that could basically make trees tie up, and the girl basically tortures Ursa half to death, much like she did in the Tower of Heaven, or maybe Tenro Island arc. I can't really remember, but it's actually Joel who is overcome with rage at this point in the episode, and he says, "I'm going to commit just one more sin for what you did to Ursa." And then and then the guy that recreated the Historia, as he still calls it, tries to recreate Simon once again to mess with Joel. Although it's actually Simon's own sister, Kalia, or however you pronounce her name, that basically gives Joel the time he needs to charge up his attack. And but before Joel unleashes it, he says, May the 7 stars pass judgment on you." And then we got the Natsu, Lucy, and Brandish back at the Guildhall, and Brandish basically warns everybody to be very careful of the real threat of the Alvarez Empire that is coming August, which in my opinion, guys, is the Earth version of the villain from Oedipus, Faust. Only its Earth counterpart is known as August, and Brandish basically describes him as the second most powerful wizard in the Empire, next to Hades and this Lady Eileen person, who I believe is actually going to be revealed as Ursa's mother, because she even goes by the same nickname that Ursa does, Scarlet. And the episode basically ends with Lady Eileen basically observing Fairy Tail. So guys, again, I know that was kind of a basic rundown of the episode, but it is truly, I think, one of the best episodes that Fairy Tail has had in the series in its entirety, and I hope you enjoyed.